Honey, we're home! Are you hyped? Because we're so glad to be back with season 2. And since we're just back from one, today we'll talk about breaks. Specifically, we'll talk about normalizing career breaks and preventing burnouts. Welcome back to the TM Recruiting, where we share insightful and thought-provoking content that can help you shape your recruiting career. Here's the first article of the day. Breaks are fundamental. That's why we're just back from one. Today's first piece is Harvard Business Review's Companies Should Do More to Normalize Career Breaks. Employers are negatively biased against stay-at-home moms. They're half as likely to be called back for a job or to land an interview, and with 3 or more years out of the workforce, their earning power decreases of about 37%. LinkedIn was criticized because homemaker, a term with a backward aftertaste, was the only option in their drop-down menus for creating a profile that could be used by someone who had taken a career break. In response to these critiques, LinkedIn tried to normalize and validate career breaks by adding stay-at-home parent as an option in the same drop-down menus. 3 million American women left the workforce in a coronavirus-related exodus last year, making LinkedIn's move great, but not sufficient. There's much more to be done. Certain organizations right now offer returnships, which are basically like paid internships, including mentorship and programming.
You are making $500,000 and you are only going to pay me 30?
You're getting 30 grand? I'm getting 1,000!
You guys are getting paid?
There are also direct hires in which mentorship and programming are still included, but the people who are accepted for these programs are actually hired as employees from day one. These programs need to be widely adopted, properly promoted, and duly categorized. If you call them internships, you're going to attract entry-level talent and you're going to see mid-career talent run away from you when that's actually who you want to apply for your job. So you want your postings to be very clear, and then you want to talk to the company running your online job listing platform and ask them to add return to work programs to their pre-populated options in the drop-down menus. This will help reduce the stigma. Are you ready for our second article? We read HR will need to address burnout when recruiting. And here's what we learned. 1/4 of employees say they want to leave the workforce after the pandemic because they're burned out. And actually, 1/5 of employees already left their workplace because it was toxic. Your talent will be on the lookout for red flags. What can you do and communicate? Train your leaders to manage during uncertain times. Bring attention to burnout and employee care. Highlight your mental health resources and company culture in your job postings and through other media. Ensure a proper work-life balance. Make sure there are regular updates and managers are communicating with their employees. Use pulse surveys to keep an eye on the situation. Now onto the Candy Crash. Candy Crash. The more barbaric your treatment of candidates, the more demonic their posts about you. What is this? Do I smell injustice? One day before this candidate was meant to start their new job at your company, they get an email saying that your hiring manager has decided to hire another person instead. Now, they were extremely excited about starting what they thought was going to be their dream job at your organization, and they had already handed in their resignation letter weeks before. So upon receiving your terrifying email, they call you and in a panic, they try to change your mind, but to no avail, and actually it sounds like you don't care. So now they call their previous manager and they ask if they can get their last job back, but someone else has already replaced them and they're doing quite a good job. Also, there are no vacancies. So this jobless person tries to apply for benefits, but since they quit their previous position and they haven't started their job at your organization, they can't get those either. Well, that got ugly. Got something to say about this? Drop a comment in the section below. We'd love to pick your brains. Help us get better at helping you get better with your help. You can get access to these episodes 48 hours before anyone else and extra exciting content by subscribing to our newsletter. You're going to be finding it linked below or at start.com/newsletter. We also love it when you reach out to us with fresh ideas for content we should dive deeper into or touch upon in these episodes. So why don't you reach out to me with a DM on LinkedIn or via email at elena@start.com. Thank you for watching the Tea on Recruiting. Take care and see you soon.